Listening to President Trump at another Make America Great Again rally, this one in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The president touched on the Mueller report, of course, boasting about, quote, complete vindication. And he hit on some of his favorite themes, including the economy, border security, and immigration. He threatened to close the southern border if Mexico doesn't stop migrant caravans from making it to the U.S. He also talked about proudly issuing his first veto to uphold his declaration of a national emergency in order to divert funding to build his border wall, all issues which play so well with his base. And speaking of, joining us now from inside the arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is CBS News national correspondent Chip Reid. Hi, Chip. Great to see you. You know, this rally is the first since the Mueller report had been released and turned into the Attorney General. Let's take a listen to some of what the president said about the Mueller report.
Okay. Total exoneration, complete vindication. You know, it's interesting. Robert Mueller was a god to the Democrats, was a god to them until he said there was no collusion. They don't like him so much right now.
So, Chip, do you get the sense from the crowd there that he's been vindicated in the eyes of his supporters, or was his base never worried?
Well, I think his base is tremendously relieved that there was at least some form of exoneration. Let's not forget that he was not completely exonerated. Mueller himself was quoted himself by Attorney General Barr as saying that he was not exonerated on obstruction of justice. But the people in this arena don't care, because if Donald Trump said he was exonerated, they believe he was exonerated. I think what was really interesting here was there were some people who were worried, some of the president's supporters were worried that he was not spending enough time talking about his victory on the Mueller report. Wow, he sure made up for that today. They wanted him to wallow in it and to go on and on about it for days. And if this is any indication of how he feels about it, what he's going to do, they're going to be very happy about that.
Chip, the president, of course, said he's been cleared by the special counsel investigation. That's the way he looks at it. But this also comes as President Trump and some Republicans are picking a public fight with Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff. What do you make of that feud?
Well, I think it's something that's not surprising. Adam Schiff has been everywhere. He has been really, in many ways, the main voice against the president throughout this investigation. And as chairman of the Intelligence Committee, he is enormously powerful in the investigations that will come. They would love to discredit him if he does come up with some important information in the investigations yet to come. So this was pretty predictable, and I think they are going to keep up this drumbeat going after Adam Schiff. Tanya?
And so, Chip, you know, other themes that the president touched on were his regular, border security, immigration. He revamped his attacks on Democrats and the media. So can we expect his blueprint heading into 2020 to be the usual?
Tanya, I'm going to ask you to say that one more time.
Sure.
It is so loud in here.
I know. I can't imagine. I'll try to speak up a little bit. You know, we heard, of course, in addition to the Mueller report, we heard the president talk about some of his greatest hits again: immigration, border security. He revamped his criticism of the media and of Democrats, which is all things we've heard before. Can we expect that to be his blueprint going into 2020?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think you've got to throw in the Mueller report, too. I think that is going to be an enormous part of his campaign in 2020. He is going to portray himself as the biggest victim in American political history, as he did tonight. He said there's never been anything like this before, and he is looking for sympathy, not only from his base, but also from some wavering people in the middle. But yes, this was a blueprint of the 2020 campaign. Tanya?
All right, Chip Reid in Grand Rapids, Michigan, thank you so much.